Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich here with your outlook for September 20th, 2016. And for your Tuesday, we're going to start off the day with clouds, especially for eastern and southeastern areas. I think we have clouds hanging around in the morning, maybe an isolated shower, but I think that's going to be a very low chance and pretty much just southeast of I-95 down here in southern New Jersey and Delaware. Can't rule out an isolated shower further northwest, but the chances are very slim, so I think it's just clouds giving way to sunshine gradually during the afternoon, and that clearing is going to occur quicker in the northwestern areas, and it'll take longer down here in the southeastern areas. So let's move ahead here to the evening. You still see some clouds hanging around down here further southeast, but I do think you do see the clouds break in the interior, and you do have the sun come out. And then overnight, we're going to have any remaining clouds are going to be around in the evening, called partly cloudy for most areas. That will become mostly clear overnight as this high pressure that's sitting right here starts to settle in over the region. Let's go over to the NAM high-res future simulated radar just to give you an idea of what we're looking at. Again, just concentrating on the southeastern areas for that hit-or-miss shower, and that'll be very early on for that to occur. Very light, low chances. You can see this is 11 a.m. Still barely anything down here, but you can see the interior and farther north, there's absolutely nothing going on. And then even for the southeastern areas, this starts to clear out here by the end of the day. Still could be an isolated shower down here in extreme southern New Jersey or Delaware. Can't roll that out during the day. But most areas at this point, the sun is now coming out. So again, that's going to occur from northwest to southeast today. And then the conditions will improve because this high pressure is moving in. It's going to dry everything out. And we get into Wednesday, I'd say Wednesday through Friday, pretty much the same idea here. With mostly sunny skies with a high pressure in control. It's going to kind of sit here and meander. This is now looking at Thursday. The previous image was Wednesday. Hasn't moved much, so we're still mostly sunny with a high pressure in control. And that lasts into the day here on Friday. Because that high pressure is in control, this system that's towards south, disorganized system right here, will remain there because it can't go through high pressure. It's actually being squeezed to the south. And at the same time, this system up north here is going to be running out of steam coming down south. This is actually the lead. This is a backdoor cold front and a lead trough axis that's going to be sneaking down here for the weekend. It's actually going to give us some pretty cool temperatures by the time we get to a little bit here on Saturday, but more so on Sunday and Monday. I think where most areas we're going to struggle to get out of the 60s in some places. You might just get to 70 or so in central locations and lower 70s for highs on Sunday. So it's going to be a very nice day here on Sunday. It looks like. As far as temperatures are concerned, those of you that were looking for the cooler temperatures, you might get your wish. Here is later Friday. You can see the cold front's up to the north here. It's going to start sneaking down to the south, but it runs out of steam because it's running that high pressure. You don't have barely anything shown here. Again, can't rule out a very slight chance for a shower, but it doesn't look like most models are keeping this a dry frontal passage for most on Saturday as this pushes off to the south, and then it kind of dissipates, and in its wake you have high pressure that's going to move in behind it. Again, there's a cooler air mass off to the north that's going to be bringing in some cooler temperatures by the time we get into Sunday and Monday, and it doesn't look like we're going to get in one of those stretches where it's going to be very very dry for a while. High pressure sitting right over top of us here on Sunday. But it does look like there's an opportunity, at least, until we get into next week here. This is now looking outside of our 7-day forecast range and showing another area of low pressure, reinforcing shot of cooler air trying to come in here with some scattered showers. That will be later Monday night, but you don't see very much in the way of precipitation with this. So I wouldn't bank on this just yet because we've seen these at the longer range look a little bit more impressive, and if you want to call this impressive. But then as it gets closer, they kind of fall apart. So not a lot of moisture for this to work with. This will be a frontal boundary passage. Will be breezy once it moves through here, but looks, you can tell that by the the isobars that are pretty close together here. But other than that, it's going to be just a breezy and a cooler day behind it as we get into Tuesday, it looks like, of next week, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich. That is our outlook for September 20th, 2016. Have a great Tuesday.